You see an animal for maybe 2 seconds. A bird flies away. A squirrel freezes. A deer stares at you from the edge of the trees before disappearing into the dark. Most people never think twice about it. We assume animals react automatically. Movement in, fear out, like tiny biological alarm systems. But that's not what's happening. The truth is much stranger. Animals don't just notice humans, they evaluate us. Every encounter is a calculation. Your speed, your posture, your direction, your eyes. In less than a second, an animal decides what you are and whether staying near you is worth the risk. And across almost the entire animal kingdom, the answer is usually the same: no. Because to wild animals, humans are not just another predator. We are something entirely different. In 2019, researchers studying wildlife in the Santa Cruz Mountains conducted a simple experiment. They played different sounds through hidden speakers in the wilderness: frogs, dogs, wolves, mountain lions. Animals reacted the way you'd expect: cautious, alert. But then the researchers played recordings of ordinary human conversation. Not shouting, not hunting, just people talking. And the reaction changed completely. Animals fled faster. They stayed away longer. Even apex predators like mountain lions retreated almost immediately. The study, published in Ecology Letters, reached a disturbing conclusion. Wild animals feared human voices more than the sounds of predators that could actually kill them. Think about how strange that is. A mountain lion evolved to survive in a world full of danger. It fears almost nothing naturally, yet the sound of human speech triggers something deeper than ordinary caution. Because humans didn't just enter ecosystems, we rewrote them. For millions of years, predators followed rules. Wolves hunted certain prey. Lions defended territories. Every species fit into a balance. Humans broke that balance. We hunted animals that never threatened us. We crossed every environment on Earth. We built weapons that ignored size, strength, claws, or speed. To animals, we became something evolution had never prepared them for. And over time, the species that survived were the ones that learned to fear us before it was too late. But fear is only part of the story. Animals don't just avoid humans. Many of them study us. Crows are one of the most famous examples. Researchers at the University of Washington once performed an experiment using rubber masks. Scientists wearing a specific mask captured and tagged several crows before releasing them. Afterward, whenever someone wore that same mask on campus, crows would immediately begin screaming at them from the trees. Not random aggression, targeted recognition. They remembered the exact face associated with danger. But the truly unsettling part came later. Years passed. New crows appeared, birds that had never experienced the original event. And somehow, they also hated the mask. The knowledge had spread socially. The older crows taught the younger ones which humans were dangerous. The birds created a cultural memory. Not instinct, not genetics. Memory passed between generations. And crows aren't unique. Elephants do something remarkably similar. In Kenya, researchers discovered that elephants could distinguish between different groups of humans simply by voice and smell. Certain communities had historically hunted or threatened elephants. Others had not. When elephants heard voices associated with danger, they became defensive immediately. They grouped together, protected their young, moved cautiously. But when they heard voices from peaceful groups, they remained relaxed. They weren't reacting to humans in general. They were categorizing specific kinds of humans based on learned experience. That means animals don't see you as a random moving object. They place you into a mental category built from thousands of interactions across generations. A silent question runs constantly in the background. What kind of human is this? And perhaps the strangest discovery of all came from a massive analysis published in Science in 2018. Researchers studying animal behavior across the world found that human presence alone caused animals to become nocturnal. Not hunting, not machines, not deforestation, just humans existing nearby. Animals that naturally lived during the daytime began shifting their entire lives into the night to avoid us. The effect was stronger than the presence of natural predators. Think about that carefully. We changed time itself for other species. Entire ecosystems reorganized their schedules because being awake near humans was statistically too dangerous. That's not normal predator behavior. No wolf changes the operating hours of an entire forest, but humans do, and animals learned that long before we ever studied them. So what do animals actually think when they see you? Probably not hatred, probably not evil, something colder. Calculation, assessment, distance. To them, humans are unpredictable creatures capable of changing environments, destroying patterns, and breaking rules that every other species obeys. A lion hunts when hungry. A bear protects territory. Humans alter entire landscapes simply because they can, and animals know this without needing language. The bird that flew away from you today wasn't paranoid. It was informed. Its ancestors survived because they learned one lesson extremely well. Give humans space. Because unlike every predator before us, humans don't just enter ecosystems, we reshape them. And the animals still alive today are mostly the descendants of the ones smart enough to understand that.